to thrive in the classroom. And yes, there have to be a transparent relationship between the teacher and the parent and the entire support group. Only then the child can thrive in regular school. So I hope that answers the question.
Thank you, Mrs. Angel. I think this question is also better answered by Dr. Devi. Does any of medication alter the course of condition and course of intervention?
One rule of thumb is therapies are the mainstay, not medicines. Because people think by giving medicine or injection or tablet you can solve all the problems. You can't. We have forgotten over a period of time, medicine does not give you hope. It is only to cure a disease. In some cases, in many times, it is not curable, it is only treatable. Simple example is diabetes, hypertension. Once you get the problem, you have to take medicine to control it. Medicines are not for health, medicines are for disease. So this we should always remind ourselves and become aware of this. Therapies are the mainstay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, doctor.
I think our next question can be better answered by Mrs. Sejal. What after parents will the children be independent?
Sorry, what after parents?
What after parents will they be independent?
So, the children being independent includes a lot of factors. So, whether the early intervention has been taking place, that is number one for any child to really reach, to the highest potential. So that needs to be taken care of. Number two, in fact, that is also number one, the severity of the condition. If the child health is really severe in the beginning years, has a lot of medical conditions, definitely the growth is slightly delayed. And whether the social support is there for the children, community support, whether the children have got an inclusive environment, on a daily basis. So all that really matters a lot for the child to become independent, and especially once they have developed the life skills, whether they have got an employment opportunities also. That also is one of the biggest reasons they can get independence. So employment definitely should be a priority for our people to reach to the goal of independence. And what after parents is, I would say that the parents need to work on it from a very young age, creating the support system for the child to thrive. What after us, the children support in terms of family support comes number one. So the family, the extended family, the bond which the parents of children with Down syndrome and autism need to really focus on from the early years itself, so that the children, because nothing is bigger than, nobody better than your own family will be able to understand your child better. So see for people within the family who are really very, very close to your children, and create more bonds and extended family. Second is definitely the friends, your close friends. Try to, have deeper bonds with them as well. And after that there are a lot of assisted living services which are available. But still, I would say, people, if at all they are from a particular state, if we can, what after parents, if we can organize something like having support facilities, support for people who are just, for children who are just single, just one child. Right? We see a lot of parents having only one child these days. So for them, I would suggest that once they are slightly independent, they should be given opportunities to start small employment opportunities should be created by the parents. Of course, that work is done. And within the same area, within the same city, instead of shifting that child to another city or another space, if we can create certain spaces within the environment where he or she is living, because the child is so used to that environment, right? And suddenly we shift the child to a new environment completely in a different city. Instead of that, if you can start thinking that the child who is in a particular city can just continue living without the parents in the same city with a group of other, other children having the similar condition, that will really motivate the children and empower the children to stay independently. So that practice can be done when the parents are alive, and maybe they can start from weekends. They can form small groups with other parents' children, and within the same locality, maybe the same apartments, they can hire some rented apartment. I think this is an idea which we have thought of. Some parents are still brainstorming on this. So hopefully we will look to a brighter future here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question is,
One point about what after us. Many times parents, when they come to my clinic, they ask one question: can you go to mainstream school? Can you be like anybody else? Even they don't know what is their question actually. They just want what is that perfect. There is no such perfect word. Even whether your child has autism or Downs, it doesn't matter. Like any parent here would have thought for their child. Whether they have Downs or autism, it doesn't matter. What after me? Will my child, will my son, will my daughter be independent, capable? हमारा नाम रोशन करेगा. All of you have thought. Okay, it applies to all of us. It's not specifically for any category of children. But parents forget that it will not happen overnight. Just like you send your child to nursery, school, high school, college, in the same way these children who have special needs need the right support. And it takes a lot of effort and sincerity and dedication. Many times they expect child is handed over to the therapist. They'll be sitting outside on their laptop doing something, not at all bothered to know what's happening inside. And then they expect the child to get because what we teach is for 45